Hello friends, welcome to Intellective Tech. So in this video we will see one question of TCS Code Beta. The problem name is Swamvar. Okay, so let's see the problem description. A ceremony where a bride chooses her groom from an array of eligible bachelors is called Swamvar. Okay, but this is a Swamvar with difference. An array of bride to be will choose from an array of groom to be. So there will be two array, one array of bride to be and the second array of groom to be. Okay, so every bride will choose a groom according to her choice from an array of groom to be. Okay, so this is the statement. Now let's see the arrangement of this swamper. Okay, so the brides to be are organized such that the most eligible bachelorette will get first chance to choose her groom. Only then the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom. So what this point is saying, let's understand. Let's look at these two arrays. The first one is array of bride to be and the second one is array of groom to be. Okay, so the statement was saying bride to be are organized such that the most eligible bachelorette will get first chance to choose her groom. Okay, so let's suppose the bride who is standing at the first into the array, so that will be the most eligible bachelorette into this array. Okay, so she will first get a chance to choose her groom, then only next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom, then third one, that is next most eligible bachelorette, and so on. If the initial most eligible bachelorette does not get a groom of her choice, none of the brides to be have any chance at all to get married. Okay, so this point is saying if the initial most eligible bachelorette does not get a groom of her choice, then none of the brides to be have any chance at all to get married. Okay, so unless a senior bachelorette is out of the queue, the junior bachelorette does not get a chance to select her groom to be. Okay, so if most eligible bachelorette will choose groom of her choice, then only next most eligible bachelorette will choose groom of her choice, and so on. Otherwise, if most eligible bachelorette does not choose a groom of her choice, then none of them will not get a chance at all to get married. So the next point is saying initial state of grooms to be is such that most eligible bachelor is at the head of the queue, the next most eligible bachelor is next in the queue, so on and so forth. So here you can see that in the area of grooms to be, the most eligible bachelor is head of the queue, that is at the first index in the area, you can say that, and the next one is next most eligible bachelor, and so on. Okay, now come to next point. So here it is saying now everything hinges on the choice of the bachelorette. That means everything is going on according to the choice of bachelorette. Now initially the most eligible bachelorette will now meet the most eligible bachelor. Okay, now come to next point. So here it is saying if bachelorette selects the bachelor, both the bachelorette and the bachelor are now bride and groom respectively and will no longer be a part of the swamper activity. Okay, so let's see here. According to a statement, if bachelorette selects the bachelor, so let's suppose bachelorette B1 selects bachelor G1. Okay, so after that the bachelorette B1 and bachelor G1 are now bride and groom respectively and will no longer be a part of the swamper activity. Got it? So after that B2 will get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice, and her first option will be next most eligible bachelor, because G1 is not a part of this swamper activity, so the next most eligible bachelor is G2, so her first option will be G2. If G2 is not according to her choice, then she will move to G3 and G4 and so on. Okay, now the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice. So her first option is the next most eligible bachelor relative to initial state, because I shown you the G1 was already get married, so the next option for B2 will be G2. If G2 is not according to her choice, then she will go to G3. If G3 is not according to her choice, so she will go to G4 and so on. Okay, now let's come to next statement. So here it is saying if the most eligible bachelorette passes the most eligible bachelor. So in simple word you can say that if most eligible bachelorette B1 reject the most eligible bachelor G1, then the most eligible bachelor, that is G1, now move to the end of the queue. Okay, and the next most eligible bachelor, that is G2, is now considered by the most eligible bachelorette, and selection or passing over will have the same consequences as explained earlier. So let me show the pic that will clear you more. According to a statement, let's suppose the most eligible bachelorette B1 passes the G1, that is G1 is not according to her choice. So what will happen? So G1 will go to the end of the queue, and next most eligible bachelor will be considered at the most eligible bachelor. Okay, so the diagram will look like this. So G2 will come to most eligible bachelor, then G3 will be next most eligible bachelor, then G4, and then G1, because G1 is added to the end of the queue. Got it? Now B1 will consider G2 as most eligible bachelor. Okay, if he is according to her choice, so they both will get married. Otherwise, B1 will passes G2 also. So G2 will also go to end of the queue, and it will add it to the end of the queue. Now G3 will consider as most eligible bachelor, and so on. So if most eligible bachelorette reaches the end of the bachelor queue, then the swamper is over and nobody can get married. So if you remember the first point, so let me show that point which I explained you earlier. So here it is saying, if the most eligible bachelorette does not get a groom of her choice, then none of the brides to be have any chance at all to get married. So that is what that point is saying. If any bachelorette reaches the end of the queue, that is, she didn't get a groom of her choice, that means the swamper is over and nobody can get married. Got it? In simple word, let's say most eligible bachelorette B1 going to choose groom according to her choice. So let's suppose she passes G1. Okay, so G1 will go to end of the queue. So let me write here G1. Okay, so now G2 will consider as most eligible bachelor. She will go to G2. Let's suppose she passes G2 also. That means G2 is also not according to her choice. So G2 will also add it to the end of the queue according to question statement. Now she will come to G3. Let's suppose G3 is also not according to her choice. So she will pass G3 also. So G3 will also add it to end of the queue. Now the last one is G4. So let's suppose she passes G4 also, because G4 is also not according to her choice. So G4 will also add it to the end of the queue. Now she passes G1, G2, G3, G4, and she reaches to the end of the queue. That means the swamper is over and she didn't get any groom according to her choice. So if she is still bachelorette, so none of them will get any chance to choose her groom according to her choice in these four. Okay, so the swamper is over. Got it? So I hope you understood this point. Now here it is saying, given a mix of selection or passing over, different pairs will get formed. Okay, so the selection criteria is as follows. So here you can see that each person either drinks rum or mojito. So bride will choose groom only if he drinks the same drink as her. So if bride drinks a rum, so she will choose groom who drinks rum. If bride drinks mojito, so she will choose grooms who drinks mojito. Okay, so that is the selection criteria. Got it? So here is one note given. So there are equal number of brides and grooms for the swamper. So the length of area of brides to be and the length of area of grooms to be equal. Got it? So here it is saying, Tyrion as the hand of the king wants to know how many pairs will be left unmatched. Okay, so you have to tell that how many pairs will be left unmatched. And can you help Tyrion? Yes, we can help Tyrion. Okay, so let's see the constraint of this problem. In constraint there is n. The minimum size of n will be 1 and the maximum it can be 10 to the power 4. And here n is the number of brides and grooms into the swamper. Okay, so the first line contain one integer n which denotes the number of brides and grooms taking part in the swamper, and second line contains a string in lowercase of length n containing initial state of brides to be, and the third line contains a string in lowercase of length n containing initial state of grooms to be. Okay, so the length of brides to be and grooms to be equal. So each string contains only lowercase r and m, stating person at that index drinks rum for r or mojito for m. Got it? So rum for r and mojito for m. So I hope you understood. So in output you have to just tell a single integer denoting the number of pairs left unmatched. Okay. So now we have done with statement. So now let me show and explain the simple input and output. Let's observe this input. So this is the number of brides to be and grooms to be, and this is the initial state of brides to be, and this is the initial state of grooms to be. Observe here. Okay, so according to question, the most eligible bachelorette will first get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice. So the most eligible bachelorette you can see here, so she drinks rum. Okay, so she will choose bachelor who drinks rum. She will go to choose groom according to her choice. But the most eligible bachelor who drinks mojito, okay, so she will pass him. So according to question statement, he will add it to the end of the queue. Okay, so now the second next most eligible bachelor will considered at most eligible bachelor. Okay, so the next most eligible bachelor drinks rum. Okay, so she will choose him. Okay, and they both are now bride and groom and will no longer be a part of the Swambar activity. Now let's observe the next state of grooms to be. So the most eligible bachelorette and the next most eligible bachelor get married. Okay, and he added to the end of the queue. So here you can see that he added to the end of the queue, and I put a star here who got married. So the most eligible bachelorette get married. Okay, so the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice. So she drinks rum, so she will choose groom who drinks rum. So if you observe this one, so the most eligible bachelor in grooms to be who drinks mojito. So she will pass him. So he will add it to end of the queue according to question statement. Okay. So now the next most eligible bachelor will considered at most eligible bachelor, and he drinks rum. So she will choose him. Okay. So they both are now bride and groom and will no longer be a part of the Swambar activity. Okay. So out of four bachelorette, two get married, okay, and two are left who drinks mojito and mojito. Okay, so let's see first what will be the state of bachelor, then we will move forward. Okay, so this will be the next state of the grooms to be. So I removed a star from here for better understanding. Okay, so for second bachelorette, so he get passes, so he added to the end of the queue, and this will considered as most eligible bachelor, and he got married. Got it? So now the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice. So she drinks mojito, so she will choose groom who drinks mojito. Okay, so this is the initial state of grooms to be. So in the most eligible bachelor drinks mojito. Okay, so now they both are bride and groom and will no longer be a part of this Swambar activity. Got it? So they are now bride and groom. Now next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom, and there are only one bachelor left in the group and who drinks mojito. So they are now bride and groom, and they will also not be a part of the Swambar activity. So the question is asking how many pair left. So in this input, so zero pair left unmatched. Okay, so output of this input will be zero. Let's observe the second input also in brief. So this is the initial state of brides to be, and this is the initial state of grooms to be. Okay, so the first most eligible bachelorette will first get a chance to choose her groom. So she will come. So the most eligible bachelor in the queue who drinks mojito, so she will pass him. So he will add it to end of the queue. Okay, and the next most eligible bachelor also drinks mojito, so she will pass him and he will also add it to end of the queue. Next most eligible bachelor also drinks mojito, so she will pass him and he will add it to end of the queue. Got it? And the next one who drinks rum, so now she will choose him and they both are now bride and groom and they both will no longer be a part of the Swambar activity. Got it? Now next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom and she drinks mojito. Okay, so I have written these three M here. Okay, so the most eligible bachelor in the queue who drinks mojito. So she will choose him and they will no longer be a part of this Swambar activity. Now they are bride and groom. Okay. Now next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom and she drinks rum. So she will choose groom who drinks rum. So in the bachelor queue, two bachelor are left and the most eligible bachelor who drinks mojito. So she will passes him and he will add it to end of the queue. Okay. And the next one is also drinks mojito. So she will also passes him and he will add it to end of the queue. But she reaches to end of the queue. So what will happen? The Swambar is over. So it is already mentioned in the question, that is the bachelorette does not get a groom of her choice, so none of the brides do have any chance at all to get married. So unless a senior bachelorette is out of the queue, the junior bachelorette does not get a chance to select her groom to be. So she will not get a chance to select her groom to be because the senior bachelorette is still in the queue and she is still bachelorette. Okay, so the question is asking how many pair left unmatched. So in this input, so two pairs are left unmatched. So output of this input will be 2. So I hope you understood. So first of all, let's go through all these steps which we are going to follow to solve this problem. Now let's understand what we are doing here. So the most eligible bachelorette drinks rum. So what we will do first, we will find index of first occurrence in grooms to be. Okay, so index of first occurrence of R. So we will get 3 because indexing starts from 0. Okay, so we will get 3. So in Python we will use find method to find the index. In Java we will use index of. Okay. And the second step, if occurrence is not available, then Swambar is over. That means the most eligible bachelorette reaches to the end of the queue. So if she is still bachelorette, then none of other will get any chance to get married. Okay. So you can observe this input. So the most eligible bachelorette drinks rum. Okay. but in grooms to be there is no any bachelor who drinks rum. So what will happen in this case, the swamber is over and C will reach it to the end of the queue. So in this case, if you find the pair left unmatched, so the output will be 7 in this case. So in this case, so we are getting first occurrence at index 3. Okay, so occurrence is available, so the swamber will be continue. Okay, so what we will do next, then if this condition is false, then else remove the married groom. So married groom is at index 3, so we have to remove that and we have to add all passes groom at the end of the queue according to question statement, and add the passes grooms at the end of the queue and increase the married count. So initially married pair count was 0, so it will become 1. Now the question is how we will remove the married groom. Okay, so married groom is at index 3. So what we will do, and they all are at the end of the queue because the first bachelorette, the first most eligible bachelorette passes all, so they all will add it to end of the queue according to question statement. So first of all, what we will do, we will take substring from 3 plus 1 to n. Okay, so n value is 7, so 3 plus 1, it will take n minus 1, that is 6. So the indexing is from 0 to 6. Okay, so 3 plus 1, from here to here we are taking substring, so that will be triple R. Got it? And we will add plus and substring from 0 to 3 minus 1, that is we will take 3, so it will already it will take 1 minus, so it from 0 to 2, so from 0 to 2 there are 3 m. Okay, and we will add that into last. Okay, so this will be our next state of grooms to be. Okay, now one pair get married. Okay, so after her, the next most eligible bachelorette will get a chance to choose her groom according to her choice. Again we will find index of first occurrence, so index of first occurrence we will get 3 here. Okay, so C will choose a groom that is at index number 3. So what will happen, so again we will have 3. Okay, same procedure we will follow. If occurrence is not available but occurrence is available here, so we will come to else what and we will remove the married groom and we will add all passes groom at the end of the queue. That means they all will added to again end of the queue. Okay, and we will remove that M from here, and the next state of the grooms to be will be double M and triple R. Got it? And the pair will increment by 1, that will become 2. So same procedure will follow until we reach it to the last cell. Got it? So I hope you get an idea about this. So let me show the code that will clear you more. So this is Python code. So here first we are taking value of n, then we are taking input for brides, and then we are taking input for grooms. So first of all we taken a variable and we initialize that by 0. After that we will iterate a while loop. So I value is 0, so while 0 less than n. So you suppose this sample input. So n value is 4, so 0 less than 4 condition is true, and in every iteration we will increment the value of I by 1. Okay, so first of all what we are doing, so grooms dot find brights of 0. So brights of 0, here you can say that brights of 0 is R. Okay, so we are finding index first occurrence of R in grooms. So what we will get 3 here. You can see that at index 3 R is present. Okay, so IDX will hold 3. So first of all we will check if IDX less than 0, that means the R is not available in grooms to be. Okay, so we will simply break the loop, but in this case IDX is 3, not less than 0, so this if will be false. Okay. Now come to this line. Here what we are doing, here we are doing two things. First of all we are adding all passing grooms at the end of the queue, and then we are deleting the married groom. So married groom is R, that is at index number 3. Okay, so when you will execute this line, so you will get triple M in grooms. Come to this line. So here what we are saying, bride equal to brides equal to brides of 1 to n. So here we are ignoring the most eligible bachelorette from the queue. Why? Because she will no longer be a part of the swimwear activity because she has already been get married. Okay, so after that brides will hold only M R M. Okay, after this line, and then we will increment the value of I by 1. So initially value of I was 0, so it will become 1. So it will then check 1 less than 4, condition is true. Again we will go IDX equal to grooms dot find brides of 0. Now brides of 0 is M, so we will find index of M in grooms. Okay, so first occurrence is at 0, so IDX will hold 0 here, and here we will check 0 less than 0, condition will be false, so we will come to this line. Same procedure will follow. We will delete the married groom and we will add passing grooms at the end, but in this case there is no any passing groom, so this line will give you nothing. Okay, after that grooms will hold now double M only because R get married at first iteration and now this one get married at second iteration. Now in bride what will happen, so bride is holding M R M, so after this line it will hold only R M. Got it? So I value will increment by 1, so it will become 2. Same procedure we will follow, and when we will exit from this while loop, so what will happen, we will directly print the lane of brides. That means how many pairs will be left unmatched, and we will directly print at bride, because in every iteration we are deleting most eligible bachelorette from the brides. Okay, so that is why here we are printing lane of brides. So that will be our answer, that will be the pair which will left unmatched. Okay, so let me execute this code, that will clear you more. So the input was rm and the grooms to be triple mr. So output of this input will be 2. Okay, so I hope you understood. If you have any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section. Okay, so let me show the code in Java also. Now come to Java code. So here I am using that logic which I explained you in the step section. Okay, so I am taking input using buffered reader, so you can take input using scanner class also. So first of all we are taking value of n, then we are taking brides, and then we are taking grooms, and we initialize a variable married by 0, and we taken a variable total pair, and we initialized n into that. Okay, then we are iterating a loop from I equal to 0 to I less than total pair. So let's suppose this is our sample input. So here n value is 4. So we are initializing n into total pair. So total pair value is also 4. So we are iterating a loop from 0 to 3. Okay. In first iteration, what we will do, int idx equal to grooms dot index of brides dot caret I. So I value is 0. So caret 0. So brides dot caret 0 will be r. Okay. So we are finding index of r in grooms. So we will get 3. So idx will hold 3 here. Okay. After execution of this line. So if idx double equal to -1, so the condition is false. Idx is 3 not equal to -1. So we will come here, and here we are doing two things. We are deleting the married groom, and we are adding or passing grooms at the end of the queue. After execution of this line, we will increment the count of married by 1. So initially it was 0, so it will become 1, and we are decrementing the value of n by 1. Why? Because in every iteration groom size is decrementing by 1. So here we are using n, so that is why here we are decrementing value of n by 1 also. Okay, and that is why we taken total pair separately for loop here. Got it? So in second iteration, what we'll do, so I value will be 1, so same grooms dot index of brides dot caret 1. So here you can say that brides dot caret is m, so we are finding index of m in grooms. So index of m we will get first occurrence is at 0, so we will get 0 in idx. So again we will check if idx double equal to 0, so the condition is false, and same procedure we will follow. We will delete the married groom, and if there is some passing groom, so we will add that into end of the queue. After that we will increment the value of married by 1. So initially it was 1, and it will become 2, and we will decrement the value of 1 n by 1. Okay, when we will exit from this loop, so what we will have some married pair, and we have total pair, that is 4 initially according to our sample input. So at the end what we want total pair left unmatched. So we will subtract total pair, that is 4 minus married pair, so we will get the total pair left unmatched. Okay, so that will be the our answer. So I hope you understood, and please subscribe my YouTube channel for more videos, and join my Telegram channel. You will get link in the description. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.